If you are a Gilmore Girls fan, then you know how big this weekend is, because this weekend is the premiere of the Gilmore Girls revival series. I have watched that trailer so many times, I can't even count. I don't even want to count. I don't want to tell anybody how many times I've watched that trailer. But really exciting, this falls on my little sister's birthday weekend. My whole family are huge Gilmore Girls fans. We grew up watching with my mom, and it's just like a really nice, like nostalgic, happy feeling. So I thought I have to make a Gilmore Girls birthday cake. And that's what I'm going to do today. It's my flannel. I'm wearing my flannel. And I had a baseball cap, backwards baseball cap, like Luke, but it looks really stupid. Anyway, so what we're doing today is, it's a cake, okay? And it's going to be shaped like one of Luke's coffee cups. And then I thought I would try and see if I can make like a fondant piece of pizza and Pop-Tart to go on the side. And so definitely going to do the coffee cup. We'll start with that. We'll see. Move on to the rest. So if you're a Gilmore Girls fan, even if you're not a Gilmore Girls fan, stay with me. This is going to be a really cool cake. So I have my cake on a cutting board in a turntable. This is a red velvet with cream cheese frosting because that's my sister's favorite. And so this is actually the bottom of the cake. It's upside down right now, and we're going to make it shaped like a latte. So we're going to flip it after, but it's easier to cut down. Right, okay. It's easier to cut, down. So this has to be the thinnest part, and then this has to, I don't know why this is so hard for me, math. Okay, yeah, thinnest part. Yep, okay. There, so I cleaned it up so you can clearly see it's the shape of a latte. So next, we're going to be doing a crumb coat. You see? Yay, like a latte! So I put my crumb coat on. I'm going to let it sit because we are doing fondant today, which is very exciting. Alright, so I have my fondant. Right, okay. And I'm not going to do an instructional portion because I still can't get fondant on a cake perfectly. So I've measured it kinda, and I'm just gonna, it's on my rolling pin. It's about 2 millimeters thick. I really hope it fits. I'm just gonna roll it over, let it drape the sides. Yes. Hey. Okay, this is the part I don't really understand, is that you stretch it. Stretch it down and smooth it out. Okay? So that's fine. I can do the first part, like right there, like that. But then, I don't really get how you go all the way around. Okay, so we're going a little bit rogue now because I had to show you the next part of my cake. I couldn't do it at my dining room table because if I got this much icing sugar everywhere, my mom would eat me. So this is my inspiration for the cake. Through a Luke's pop-up diner for one of the promotional things for the Gilmore Girls. So this is the logo I'm putting on the cake cup. As you can see, now I'm holding my laptop so it looks funny, but that's the cupcake. You see? So good. Okay, it's kind of funny. Now I'm gonna paint Luke's across it. Oh, I'm actually just using pure food coloring to paint. So personally, when I do any writing on anything, I do the first letter and the last letter and then fill it in between because then I know exactly how much room I'm supposed to have. This is it so far. I know, I changed locations, but I'm in here, it's a mess, I'm a mess. This is just what we're doing. I just don't like the light in here, and you can see the original cupboards that came with the original house that my parents chose to keep in their kitchen. So it still looks like it's the 60s. Our oven is the same. I'll give you a tour later. The next thing we're going to do is put our on the it's been a long day. I know you don't think so because it's been like 4 minutes, but for me it's been like 4 hours. Some water and wet my fondant, and then I'm gonna stick it. So that is the first step of our cake. It looks okay. If I was going to do this again, I would make a taller cake because it doesn't really look like a latte, but maybe that's okay. Maybe we'll just pretend when I give it to her like this was never supposed to be a latte, just a cake with Gilmore Girls themed things on it. So the next thing we're going to do is make the pizza and the Pop-Tarts that are going to go on the cake. I'm going to kind of lay them around the side and then write Happy Birthday, Alexa, somewhere. I don't know. So I have kind of like a little sheet cake I made. And what I'm going to try and do is cut out a Pop-Tart and then cut the last rectangular into like 2 slices of pizza. So I'm going to take my pizza, I'm going to start with that, and I'm going to lightly cover it. Here, I just can't really see. And some icing. Then I have my fondant already rolled. So this is just some yellow leftover. Whatever. So I finished kind of the beginning of the pizza. So it looks like that. I put it on already. I made a little crust, but it just looks like a bright yellow piece of cheese almost. So I'm going to do something similar to what I did with the Luke sign. I'm going to dip it in the lid of the red, kind of dab it. Okay, I dabbed a little brown on the pizza too, just to give it some kind of dimension, I don't know. Okay. So then I'm going to put my little pepperonis. I know they don't look like much right now, but that's because they're covered in icing sugar. That's how you keep the fondant from sticking. And I just use red and brown food coloring. I don't know, so there's the pizza so far. Looks pretty good. Doesn't look like a latte, but it looks like a Gilmore Girls cake. I went ahead and made my pretend Pop-Tart because it was just taking so long. So that's my pretend Pop-Tart. So it's made of cake, which is cool. And I mean, so is this pizza. These are better than my actual cake. So now I'm going to try and transfer this onto the other side. So I have decided to finish my cake by doing like a whipped cream layer on top with icing. But I'm hoping it's going to make it look like the latte with whipped cream, so you'll be able to tell it's a cup. So 5.5 hours later, this is the final cake. It is entirely edible. My pretend Pop-Tart, pizza, it's all cake. This is cake, cake, cake. The only thing you can't eat is this fabulous sign that you almost can't really see. I can't wait to give this to my sister, and I can't wait to watch the Gilmore Girls.